You hear that ticking noise? Well, a good Monday afternoon to you. It's Dan. I want to welcome everyone to my home in the sticks. And I hope everybody's having a good Monday, and I hope everybody's having a good start to a new week. But over here in East Central Mississippi, I'm here to tell you, it's been raining. With more rain coming. On top of that, it is sure enough hot. Before we get started on today's video, I'm always going to say that if you are new to the channel, I'm going to welcome you. And if you're returning just to see what old Dan's got going on over here, I sure enough thank you for coming back. But what I want to share with you and y'all today is we done got the deer fencing finished. Give me a second, we finna walk over yonder and I'm finna show you. You hear that ticking noise? All right, look at there. Finally got the fencing up to deer-proof the pea field. And I'm here to tell you, I am quite happy with this. I used the poly rope. It worked out really, really good. I'm gonna shut this thing down because my hands go to flaying. I might hit that one of them hot wires. But anyways, come to find out, my solar charger did not work. I think the panel went out on it. So I had to spend a little bit of money and get another solar charger. This is a Parmak solar charger. I have some buddies that have used this specific brand, and I'm here to tell you, this thing right here will shock the far out of you. I have the solar panel facing due south. I did everything pretty much by the instructions as far as this poly wire. All I did was, of course, here's my ground. And from my reading and from what I understand, you want to ground your solar charger with the same gauge wire that you're using or the same size poly rope that you're using. And that's what I did. I sunk a grounding rod. I know somebody's going to say, Dan, you need to sink that grounding rod deeper. Yeah, I probably would. But the thing about this is a temporary fence. Next year, I'm probably not going to plan on this. I don't think. I may just rotate my ground and plant up there and leave this alone for a year. I'm not really sure yet. That's up in the air. But we're grounded real good. And here is my hot lead coming off. And all I did was just energize the wire. I got it wrapped around, coming around, and it's wrapped around here. And if you could see it, you see that wire right there? That's actually a strand of wire inside of the poly rope, and you could actually see the wire. It's real silverish colored, so it's making a real good connection. Okay, we'll fire this solar charger up. And one thing that I really like about this unit is it actually runs through 3 different diagnostic checks before it energizes the wire. The first check that it does is it makes sure that the meter is actually working. It'll pin itself out and then go back. The second test is the unit actually makes sure that the panel is actually charging the battery, which it is. And the third and final test is it checks the voltage output. You got these 3 different shades of colors: red, yellow, green. Green, we're doing good. Fence is energized. Yellow, there may be a problem, check it. And the red is there's definitely a problem. You need to shut it all down and go and check all of your poly rope to make sure that nothing has fell and grounded out the wire, or there could be a problem with the battery. Hence, this thing is not charging the battery. So really like this unit. I think it's going to work out really well, and I think that if I take care of it, it'll last me a long time. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a walk around this pea field. I'm going to show you all the things that I had to do before I actually put the poly rope up, and I'll show you what I did to make a gate, so to speak, for the north end of the field. All right, so here is the gate that I'm talking about. I actually got these little handles from my local cooperative. My energized wire actually fits on the end, and I got these isolators right here, and that have eyes on them. And this is what I use to form my gate. All I have to do is shut down that solar charger and just open this up like I would a regular gate. And I got 2 of them, just to give me enough room to pull the tractor in if need be. I was thinking about doing it on the south end of the pea field, but after I thought about it, I'm not going to get in here with the tractor anymore till the season is over with. So no need for me to actually put a gate down there. So we just went with one gate, so to speak. Early Sunday morning, I got out here, I got up, and I actually did a whole bunch of weed eating, trying to knock back the brush just to make sure that it's not touching the wire. Even though it really wouldn't matter all that much, that solar charger, it energizes this wire enough to where if you have just some light brush touching the wire, it's not going to be a problem. I brought out my fence checker. When we get down to the other end of the field, we're going to check the wire and see what it's putting out voltage wise. So yeah, so a lot of cutting back on the brush, well worth it. I don't know if you can see out there, there are a lot of pea buds, so hopefully I'll get a pretty good harvest of purple hull peas this year. I had this fencing up, this rope up Sunday night, and I was kind of worried. I was like, boy, I hope the deer don't get in there, because I had to go get another solar charger today, because the co-op's not open on Sunday. Yeah, my first thing I was thinking was the deer are going to get in there and they're going to eat all of those pea buds, and then we're going to have problems again. So the poly rope was up, but it wasn't energized, and I'm kind of thinking the deer saw it, and I was like, what in the heck, and just didn't go in there and try to mess with the peas. All right, we're on the south end of the pea field. This is where I was going to put in the other gate, but I didn't do that. Here's a better shot of the insulator with the poly rope running through it. Looking good. Let's pull this guy out. We'll go ahead and we're going to ground this fault finder. Let's check it. So we are at 3 amps, 6.1 kilovolts. So that charger is showing up, putting the fire to this wire. 3 amps, 5.5 kilovolts. It's pulsing right now, going up to 6. Cool. So that's working real good. Here is that huge pear tree that I had to do some chopping on. Before I started doing this, you couldn't even see that pole from back there because the limbs were just all bent over. So I did a whole bunch of chopping on that. Got a clear path. I don't think anything is gonna ground out this poly rope. So that was an awful lot of chopping I had to do on this guy. I need to be careful walking by this dang poly rope too. I don't want to get hit. But now we got a straight view. I'm pretty dang happy that I'm gonna be able to hopefully keep the deer out of this pea field, because I sure do love seeing all of those little yellow blooms on these pea plants. What I'm gonna say is I really like the way that this poly rope works. It's real easy to mess with. It bends real good. You can stretch it. Doesn't put a lot of you can stretch it real good, but it doesn't put a lot of stress on the actual T-post, and I really like that. I was kind of hoping that I would say I'd be able to save some money and reuse my old solar charger. But the thing about it is that solar charger wasn't probably maybe a year and a half, 2 years old, and it just stopped working. So Shock, y'all need to extend your warranty or something like that, because that really sucks. That was a pretty good bit of money for that solar charger. I hear tell that you could actually change an electronic board in it. I don't even know if I'm even gonna mess with that. I have one now that I know will work. From what I understand, you have to replace the batteries in them maybe once a year, but I guess we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But thus far, I am really impressed with this Parmak unit. It seems to be, to work this little area real good. And again, maybe we'll keep them deer out. So that's what I wanted to share with you and y'all today. Lord of mercy. We deer proofed the pea field finally. Maybe not deer proof it, but hopefully that poly wire will keep them jokers out. I know for sure that if one of them sticks their nose in there and wants to smell that poly rope, they fitting to get popped real good, and that's good. I'd rather do that than have to shoot any of these deer around here. So maybe that'll keep them out. So again, hope everybody's having a good Monday, and I hope everybody stays safe this week amid this crisis that we still have going on. If you like this video, go and give it a thumbs up, they help. If you haven't subscribed to the Homely 6 channel, Lord of Mercy, y'all need to come on over here, give old Dan a look. I'm always doing stuff. That being said, you know it's coming down reference show enough. Always gonna say it. Don't let nobody dull your shine. And I mean nobody. You sure enough get your shine on. It's important. And Dan will see you and y'all in the next video.